Good evening, folks. Lot to talk about here. First off, we're going to talk about a couple things here. We're going to start with the Lincoln Project. What did the Lincoln Project do? They were successful in one thing, lying. They say Donald Trump was nothing but a liar. Well, they said he was a liar and everything else. Well, let's think about this for a minute. They are doing pretty much all the complete opposite of what he was doing. He pretty much told the truth, pretty much did everything that he said they would do. Their founder, Mr. Weaver. First off, what is the Lincoln Project? The Lincoln Project is a bunch of conservative Republicans who hated Donald Trump so much they would create a group, a pack that would just vote against him. And they were successful at it. So they started to call themselves the Lincoln Project. However, Weaver, I think it was Douglas Weaver, I could be wrong, I can't remember his name, but his last name was Weaver. So, Weaver committed a crime of sex trafficking. But the media didn't cover it until they were exposed by Fox. Imagine that. So, the Lincoln Project keeps on doing their stuff. Then the Lincoln Project comes out with a statement that says, Mr. Weaver wasn't anywhere near anyone at the Lincoln Project. So they say, and then the Lincoln Project keeps on trying to say that we are trying to get as many Republicans to vote for Biden as possible. Well, they failed. Why? Plain and simple. Why did they fail? Because if you look at the stats, the only ones that did fall back in that category are them. Are the Never Trumpers, such as the celebrities, and they're just like the celebrities. And they're just kind of like Biden themselves. You don't vote for me, you ain't black, says Biden one time. But this is a totally different situation here. They say if you object to the election, then you're not an American. Remember when the Democrats said that? Well, this is exactly what they are. They said, the Lincoln Project says. If you object to the election, then you are not an American. They pretty much will compare everyone who didn't vote for Biden as a terrorist. Anyone who voted for Donald Trump was a terrorist. Literally. Even if it was for a third-party candidate, you are a terrorist. Really? I didn't know I was a terrorist. This is literally what they're up to. They're literally trying to destroy us. These people don't give a rat's hind end about us. They only care about themselves. Which brings me on to another thing about the Lincoln Project. They have ties to Russia themselves. What did they do with all the money that they made? They make all the money by doing one thing. They made their money abroad from Russia. And the other part of that is, let's go with the other part of this whole thing. Canada. Is Canada really our friend? That's a good question. A while back ago when Trump was still in office, Canada is pretty much just a pawn at this point. Because they allowed China into their country. China cannot be trusted because the Lincoln Project also works with China. The Lincoln Project doesn't cover that stuff because they are not Americans. They were once run by the McCain campaign people who were diehard Republican and ran against the Democrats, but then they all turned into Democrats. Weird how that works, isn't it? But now, here's the good question. Can this country be invaded by a foreign entity? To be all clear and honest, I think it can be. Why? Let's think about it. First off, let's think about it. All they gotta do is go into Canada. If Canada makes a deal with them, all they gotta do is go into Canada, go down through, and just go through the top and into either Montana, Washington. I watched this thing today that really made a lot of sense about. This is like Hitler reacts to. It's a parody type of thing that's got a whole bunch of parodies to it. It's actually a Downfall. It's actually a German show. It's in nothing but German, so it's also got English subtitles, so you'll understand what they're saying. It's in English subtitles, but it's actually a parody to what is actually written about it. He actually says actually a lot of truth about it. Hitler reacts to what happens in Afghanistan. You gotta watch. I strongly suggest you type that in on YouTube. Oh my gosh, you will get a kick out of it. And a lot of that is actually truth. I mean, literally. Everything he says is literally truth about what's happening in Afghanistan. I mean, I literally say, if that was the real Hitler, even if World War II, if Biden was in charge during World War II, oh my God. We would have lost World War II. America would have lost. We would not have won World War II if Biden was alive then and he was the one in charge. We would have lost. Here you go, Japan. Have at it. Take America. Here you go, Germany. You may have it. And Germany would have won the war. We never would have won the war. That's that. With that being said, and also, the Lincoln Project also failed on other things. They also failed to mention that the tax money they make also comes from Russia. So, explain to me how that works. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. With that being said, I'm out of here. Peace.